morning. I'm Joellen Litz, a county commissioner here in Lebanon County. And this morning I thought I would share with you a quick and easy way that I found to make apple dumplings. What I do is get ready-made pie crusts because they're ready-made and I don't have to worry about making the dough. And when I get a hankering for an apple dumpling, which I have this morning, I can just whip them up in just about no time. So I'm going to take my pie dough, and you might want to get them out 15 minutes in advance because it is a little bit brittle. What you're going to do is take your knife and cut it in half one way, and then come back and cut it in half the other way. So that makes 4 pieces. So if you have 2 rolls in a box, 4 pieces in each one will make 8 apple dumplings. So that's what I like to do. The other thing you do is if you have a stick of butter and you cut it in half to make 8 of them, you actually would cut your half of a wedge into 8 pieces, and then you have nice little wedges of butter to stick on your apples. And I'm just going to peel this one, if you'll bear with me. I'd like to tell you a little story. When I was a child, we often went to visit my Aunt Eva and Uncle Charlie, and they were just such a fun couple. They had no children of their own, and so they dawdled over us as children and made us feel really special. And one of the fun things, I thought it was fun anyhow, with my Aunt Eva was that my mother didn't do this, but my aunt did. My Aunt Eva made apple dumplings. Oh my gosh, they were so good. Now, granted, she did the whole flour thing and, like you throw that flour in your face. No, she really made the pie dough from scratch. And indeed, they were delicious. But as I get older, I don't eat a lot of dough, number one. And number two, I am on the run quite a bit with my job as a county commissioner. So I look for ways to make recipes a little bit more simple, so I can kind of keep my domestic flair, if you will, and also be able to keep up with my schedule as a commissioner. So normally I use yellow apples, delicious apples. There's a little sweetness to them, but I had this one leftover red apple, and I thought, you know what? I am just going to use this one today as well, because the yellow delicious apples are already baking in the oven, as I said. You want to grab a teaspoon of brown sugar and put that on your apple dumpling, and then put one of those butter pats, as we said, on there. And then also, I really like cinnamon, so if I can get it open. Then what you want to do is put some cinnamon on there, just like that. Put your top piece on, get your 1/4 pie wedge, your dough, and wrap it around. And again, it's not completely covered on the bottom, but that's okay because it'll sit down on there really nice. Put it in your pan, and then it's ready for the oven. I usually bake them on about 300 to 350 for half an hour, and let me show you how they come out. I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, I wish you could smell them. They smell so good. I think if I could improve videos, the one thing I would do, you know how they have those little emojis and you can do likes and hearts and sad and things like that? Well, if they could make those that you could smell scent, because these smell divine. I mean, they're just so good. And what happens is you have to imagine the cinnamon smell baking because it's a great smell. So here we go. I'm going to hopefully scoop up my apple dumpling, put it in my bowl. Woo, look at this cinnamon just cooking in the bottom there. You get these lovely drippings. They have a little bit of margarine in, and the brown sugar and the cinnamon. And so you don't want to waste those on the bottom. Drizzle that across the top. They just taste so good. And so that we can taste test this, we're going to put some really cold milk in there and cool it down a minute. so I don't burn my mouth. I still might, I don't know. You're gonna have to bear with me here. But they're just so good. And bon appetit. Grab some apples and make some apple dumplings. It'll be lots of fun, and they're really good.